definitely larger than life, huge economic power, you know, media tycoon, and definitely a figure that, you know, historians will be looking at for a long time, and probably also, you know, novelists or filmmakers.
Absolutely. Some of the comings and goings is the stuff of screenplays. Absolutely. For sure. But beyond that, you know, as a media mogul and as, at the very least, a flamboyant leader, you know, he's dominated the political landscape for so long. Is it difficult to imagine him not being at the helm of the country, or is it a relief?
Well, definitely for many people who have opposed him for a long time, it's a relief. Probably also many of his supporters, long-time supporters, I think are ready to see him go. It's difficult to think that he will not have any more influence in, you know, the months and years to come. I mean, he has a media empire. I mean,
right.
He controls the news and, you know, TV and newspapers. So he will be still a relevant figure in the country.
You do think he'll be a dominant factor in the public life of the country?
I mean, someone to look at anyway, but he will not be in political power anymore. And for many people now, I think it's about time for this to happen and for things to move on.
For you and I think so many others, you must be on the phone all the time with friends and family back home just to say, can you believe it? So what are people saying?
Again, you know, for many people it's a, you know, long due relief. But, you know, even talking to people who have been supporting him and seeing the promise of a person like him being, you know, fresh-blooded to politics and bringing something new, there has been, you know, an increase in disappointment over the last few years and months, and so people are looking forward to what's coming next.
Speaking of what's coming next, so fresh leadership, and by all accounts, Mario Monti sounds like a very sensible guy who has this pedigree of working with the central bank. Beyond that, though, what also is in the future is very tough austerity package that people must embrace. How difficult do you think this is going to be for anybody?
Well, definitely people are concerned. There is also a sense of urgency and emergency that somewhat will help people sort of digest these measures. This is also why Italian President Napolitano is looking for a vast majority to support the, you know, upcoming government, so that it will also be politically more feasible to introduce these measures, and, you know, more people will be on board. People are concerned about the short term. People are concerned also about the long term. I think the main issue is that for the first time there is a common perception that this generation is going to be worse off than the previous one, and it's probably the first time that has happened. And so people are very concerned about, you know, what's going to happen in the future.
Do you think that people are now beginning to realize, if not embrace, that their quality of life as they know it will have to change quite radically?
I think so. I think so. People are, you know, internalizing this, and again, the situation is particularly serious. And this could be, in a sense, for the better, in the sense that more people will be on board with reforms, hopefully, although it's going to be painful. I mean, it's going to be inevitably painful.
Well, something that we'll continue to follow closely, and I'm sure you will too. Nico,
yes,
good to talk to you. Thanks for this.
My pleasure.